Three-quarter time here at Telstra Stadium. It's a magnificent stadium, as we all know, the home of the Olympics. It's a big place and there's not a huge crowd in, but the Carlton fans that are here in Sydney would certainly be enjoying the fact that they have won all three quarters and they now lead by 54 points. Brendan Pavola with 4 goals, the major goal scorer, and he could have at least had 6 or 7. Peter, the match stats.
Yeah, really starting to blow out and out a bit. Carlton up to 121 to 107 in their kicks. Handballs 58 to 53. Marks 50 to 48. Inside 50s is where it really gets told, and that is 35 to Carlton, Sydney 24. Here it's 29-23, fighting back very well, Carlton in that area. Now clearances 21 to 30, and free kicks very even on 12 and 10. Also an interesting stat, Fosdyke-Stevens 3-all. Good tagging job by Fosdyke in that quarter.
This is game 7 of round 1 of the Wizard Home Loans Cup. Game 8 is being played at Amy Stadium in Adelaide between the Adelaide Crows and St Kilda. We're going to show you quarter-time score of that game. We will be showing you replays. As you know, if you don't want to know the score, you can look away now. Dennis Pagan still just having a chat to his players. He'd be very pleased with what he's seen from his new recruits. As, well, Paul Roos, probably as Troy Luff was talking to him before the game, sort of alluded to the fact that they probably didn't expect to win this one, KB, and it's panned out that way.
Could not have expected to even put up even a close fight with the young boys they had on the ground at the opening bounce. So obviously they were very keen to just see what they've got in the tank, what is in the back room there for the Sydney Swans. There's Paul Roos just jogging off the ground. So they gave all those guys, those young guys, first crack to see what they could do. We can talk about cracks. There's a crack on the nose there to Barry Hall, got that very nasty headbutt, which came back from Digby Morrell. But obviously Sydney didn't think that they were forward enough to even warrant to get some of their better players on the ground. Jason Bourne, Lachlan, Nick Davis, Barry, Ty Kennelly, Paul Williams, Jared Crouch and Jude Bolt, just some of the stars not even sighted here today. So obviously he must have thought, well, look, we're not going to win with the side we've got, so we better get something out of it positive, and that's to play all the young kids, particularly early in the game, and see if we can pick up a player.
Well, there's been some promising signs for Sydney, though. Eamon Buchanan's picked up 11 possessions. Jared McVeigh with 10. Let's find out what is happening in the Carlton camp. Their assistant coach, Tony Liberatore, in his first season at the Blues, is standing by with Troy Luff.
Now, Tony, obviously pretty pleased with all the new recruits this year.
Yeah, look, I think we are. You know, the work's been okay up until now, the last quarter. We've just got to keep finishing off what we've been doing well. So last quarter, we'll see how we finish off the work.
Now, an injury concern with Koutafidis?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Kuta. I think he just came off a bit of a spell, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Thanks, Tony. Good luck, mate.
Didn't take Lever long to learn not to give away anything.
You've always got to wait and see, don't you?
Yeah.
Not quite certain.
And his new passion in surfing, Tony Liberatore, as we saw in the Herald today, riding a big Malibu that was about 5 times his size. He really does look like a surfie, doesn't he?
Remember that classic one when Kevin Sheedy was it Chris Danaher, said he'd be playing on Saturday, and someone from the paper rang up his mum and he was at home with glandular fever?
Let's get back to the last quarter. As Mickle, John and French go at it, Fosdyke comes in under. But a very successful season last year for Tony Liberatore with the Box Hill Hawks.
Going behind.
Yes, and Stephen Kenner, who has been picked up number 17, that they've got high hopes for. Well, you would have thought that maybe Liver may have given some good raps there as well.
That's terrific footy, what we just saw then, wasn't it, Peter? I mean, a lovely knock from French, laid it down to Stevens, and the execution of the kick to Favola. He's gone wide.
Yeah, good three.
And he'll take it. Darren Hume going back takes the mark.
We're going to see that a lot. He's hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He's as tough as nails, this boy.
Can you take it, Darren? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, of course he's okay. Of course
he's on a 45-degree angle.
He's in front of goal. That's why he'd be okay. Just going to see that a lot. Again, Barnaby French down to Nick Stevens and straight to Vol. We've seen that 2 or 3 times already in this game. The use of the football, look at that. Again, you just got to be grumpy because the lace is the wrong way.
Little screen there from Harford too. It was a bit of experience there. He was aware of what was going on. But the actions with Darren Hume, who has a goal so far this afternoon. Kicked that in the first quarter. Not a difficult shot. From about 35 metres, he will kick, and it's off to the right. It doesn't bend back for him. We've seen a few go to that side at that end of the ground. And just another behind.
He walked in quite slowly, didn't he? Really just taking little steps. So I like to see a little bit of momentum when the player's having a shot for goal. And he just enables you to get through the ball better.
He's favouring that shoulder too, KB, as he runs away. So
he'll be off in a minute.
Yeah, he'll be off. No point in keeping him on under those circumstances. Dempster. His father played for South Melbourne, goes short, being marked. This time by Hunt, who's on centre wing. Started in defence, goes short, finds Buchanan.
Whitey. That's your mark now.
113.996 Carlton, Sydney 235.41. They trail by 55 points after trailing by 27 points at quarter time, 44 points at half time. So Carlton has completely controlled the game. 4 goals, 5 to Brendan Favola and 3 to Scott Camporelli, leading goal kickers for the Blues. And for Sydney, just all single goal kickers. Taken this time by Nickel John, hammers the ball back. Heath Scotland gets it across the spawn. One-on-one contest in the centre of the ground, pounced on by Buchanan, pushed off the ball. That time was Lappin, Waite the chaser and the tackler, caught too high.
Mark's there, Whitey, settle it
Dempster
down.
will take the free
Mark's
kick.
there, play on now.
Dangerous kick, backing back
Diggers,
is
lead
Bevan.
him up, Diggers, that's the mark, please, Diggers. That's it.
Second season with the Sydney Swans has shown a little bit today.
Stay there, Diggers, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. No.
Not much happening on the forward line
Chipper.
since Barry Hall went off. We did see him with stitches in his nose, taken away by Harford. Just pumps the ball back. Here's a chance for Digby. Morrell stands his ground with body pressure, gets it across to Kenner. Loves the run with the ball. A ball carrier backs himself in. Favola in front with a kick dropping short. Had to take the grab. Kenner running very, very hard. This is great play by the young man. Could run in and kick a goal. Well done. Super goal to the Blues. And tremendous play by young Stephen Kenner. We spoke about him before with Tony Liberatore last year at Box Hill, and that was a hard-running goal.
It certainly was, KB, and you've got to love players that do that. Didn't sit back, watch what he did. He just continued on. His work rate absolutely fantastic. Ticked it from the centre, popped it up well for his full forward, just knowing something was on, just kept running and made himself available. Good work from the big fella Favola too. Just opened that up. You know, 3 or 4 times today. You can call that an assist. He's really changed the style of play. Very hungry player normally. He is really starting to mature.
Yes, he certainly is. He's taken 9 marks already. And that is Stephen Kenner's first goal for his new club. Been very good.
Play on, both at it.
Umpire's called play on after he bounced it. Wouldn't that be the case every time, Kevin? Potter. Goods. Got to beat 3. Lewis Roberts-Thompson, the same 3 to beat. And they've effectively rushed it over the boundary line, courtesy of Trent Spawn. Boundary throw in. 102 plays 41.
Explain to me, Adam. Eyes on for me. Don't hold a push. Play on, that's it. Knock it out, Scotty, that's it.
Away we go now. Carlton going forward again. Morrell. Here's Whitnell. Maxfield approaching with a tackle. Good quick hands from Morrell to Clark. Back out on the ground. Took a heavy knock earlier on. Scotland going back. Didn't take it. Goes for a second effort. Houlihan. Just too much on the handball, but Waite's equal to it. Can't get past the handball to Camporelli. Wonderful skill from Camporelli. And a wonderful goal. 4 goals for Scott Camporelli. That one, Peter, his best.
It certainly is, Matty. Now jumping up, I think 15, 16 starting to really work hard across the ground here, but a real team goal. Everybody involved. Houlihan, good stuff, kept his feet, just worked hard, getting the football on. Waite, I really like the way this kid gets about it. He is going to shape to be some sort of footballer. But Scotty, he does it again, left foot, in it goes. He just loves it coming across his body. Not a great celebration. He's normally a little bit more passionate about that one, but maybe that's just showing the game starting to lose a little bit of its sting.
Well, they are 67 points in front, Pete. You might have to show him that cartwheel from 1988 from MCG. Here's Harford out of the centre square. Favola's going to hit it hard. Right at the back of the pack, there's a free kick given away.
Advantage, keep it going.
So Bolton, a paid advantage, goes wide and finds Maxfield.
Thank you.
At half-back. 115.9, 108 the Blues. Sydney 235.41. Maxfield started on the bench along with Barry Hall. Whilst the Sydney Swans tried out some of their youngsters like this man on screen in Hunt. To the half-forward line. Adam Goods also started on the bench.
Yeah.
Smothered off the boot that time by Lappin. I thought he might have got a free kick in the back. I thought Goods fell into his back.
Dived on it.
You've got to love that with
Never dived on
footballers.
it, good, Matty.
I reckon that's just one of the most underrated skills.
So when you throw your body down on someone's boot like that, it takes plenty of courage. Great to watch.
Kirk's at the bottom of the pack.
No chance there.
Over the top that time.
Sort ourselves out. Thank you, Kirky.
Was Buchanan, who's been a handy player. I think Buchanan's worked really hard today. His second highest possession winner for the Swans with 13 possessions. Bolton's had the most with 19. Nick Stevens with 18 also kicked a goal. Chance now for Bannister, who's just gone about his work nicely today. The former bomber to Nick Stevens, kicks the space, playing in front is Shawball, read it well. Handball didn't really hit a target, puts Kirk under pressure, put his body on the line. McVeigh has been handy as well, stands and delivers from behind. Harford tried to get a fist to the ball. As he run out, Buchanan has stepped over the line. And there's Barry Hoy. You can see that very nasty gash.
Don't think it's going to affect his modelling career though, KB.
He's got the nose plugged up as well. That was a very nasty knock in the third term. Goods over the top, great tap down to Fearless Fosdyke, hammers the ball in looking for Roberts Lewis Thompson, couldn't take it, paddling the ball along in front. Here's Hunt, needs a kind bounce. Micklejohn, correction, smothered off the boot. Second effort is a good effort. Fosdyke's caught, great tackling by the Blues. Wait then with hip and shoulder, should have tried to smother the ball. Again, Bevan hammers the ball back to the goal square. Chance now, Snyder will kick a goal. It was hard work, but he got it. He's got two.
Just great work by Carlton. I know they came on. Sydney's got this goal, but really the work from some of the young boys from Carlton's got to make sure that that Pagan is very, very happy coming in. Some of these young guys. You look at the work rate of Bannister there, 2 and 3 efforts at the ball. Still, Sydney just persisted, got the football forward. And the ever reliable number 13. 13 lucky for some. Snyder might be very happy as the year goes on wearing that number.
Jeez.
Nice goal.
Played all 24 games last season and debuted in round 1 and was still there at the end. And has 2 for the afternoon, as Kevin mentioned. Goods is in the ruck and up against French, and we'll have a replay.
Thanks, Barney. Right, I'm coming straight back out this way, throwing it up. Look out, guys. Let him have a go.
Over the top, Goods. Lappin.
No, you both got it. My ball.
What did I say?
Second jumper. I'm coming out this side. Rackman, go the other way.
Well, you can hear through the umpires' mics a little bit of communication.
Bit of a call there.
Yours, Barnaby.
The second jumper.
Yep.
Put away.
Communication as to what was going to happen next as French just chips it. That's only just 15. Stevens. Wanted Whitnell. Ball's over the back, still alive for Carlton. Goods goes back, tries to be clever. Wait, Goods. Well, he rolls it over the line for a try.
It should certainly the Academy Award, actually. Nice work.
10 minutes remaining in this game, and Carlton have been in control since very early in the first term. They lead by 61 points at the moment. Play on! Micklejohn. Bolton, beaten to it by Stevens. Got free, gave it over to Clark, round the body, towards the goal square. No crummers there for the Blues. Going back, Saddington, wonderful tackle from Harford. Not rewarded, boundary throw in.
Gee, he's got great hands, Nick Stevens. One grab player, just picks the ball up. Here's a chance for Saddington. And driven to the ground that time by Harford. Boundary throwing. Barnaby French has been doing the ruck work with Prendergast today. Camporelli's booted 4 goals. Inside 50 goes wide for Vola's on the charge. He'll be shooting from just outside 50. He marked it inside 50, so it's not a 9-pointer. And you hear the umpire, just a 6-pointer.
6-pointer.
Shawball is saying standing on the mark, well, let's hope it's no points. Let's hope he misses.
Scott Camporelli was looking for Vola. As soon as he picked that football up, that was just a set play. Square it up to the middle, and the big full forward didn't disappoint his teammate. He was there and waiting.
Hasn't quite had his kicking boot on today. 4-5 for Vola from 52 metres. Leans back, unloads. It's a big kick. It's a big bomb. It's a big goal.
All clear. All clear.
It's got 5.
We've got to be happy with that return, don't you?
Well, he's got one in every quarter too, and that's what you're looking for from the key forward.
just don't think that's the most impressive part of his game. It's what he's doing outside of that. His assists have been very, very good today, and I think if he continues doing that, then Carlton are going to have a very handy forward in this boy who's just got to make sure he keeps his work rate up, because that has what it's let him down over the years. I think his second efforts, he's really picked that work rate up. Good sign so far for Carlton.
I think last year he really worked on his second efforts, and when you consider that they got thrashed in a couple of games towards the end of the season, he was the only lone forward they had. If they get the ball down there a lot, I mean, he could kick 100 goals for Vola.
Well, he's on top at the moment. He's kicked a swag in the pre-season competition. That makes 42 all up. Goods. Goes back to Ablett. Along the ground, Scotland took it. Good tackle from Schneider. Sundqvist. Potter in there as well.
Thanks, guys. Stand it up, guys. Good contest. Thanks, Hills. Right, thanks, mate.
Darren Hume with an ice pack on what looks from here a long way away, but perhaps on the AC joint there. Scotland, good give to Houlihan. Sydney have the numbers. Big Micklejohn was there. Goods. Chip pass over the top. Roberts Thompson didn't quite hit the target. Thornton got it back to Stevens. Always hits the target. Lappin now. Running through the centre square. Whitnell on a long lead. Spoil from Rogers. Shawball at the back. Went without it. Complete airy. Well, then did a sec. Oh, that's just great second effort. Came back to smother Whitnell's soccer off the ground. And in the end, they've released now. Debster. Potter. No, it was Bevan. Correction.
That's it, Matty.
This is Sundqvist.
Play on.
Out in front. Searching ball. Diving attempt by Willoughby. And they'll clean it up. Thornton for Carlton. Driving to the wing, and he's got Prendergast.
Snares it on centre wing, goes wide. Digby Morrell on the stretch, couldn't take it. Foot of the pack, Clark. It's been handy today. Back to Lappin, spears the ball in, looking for Vola. Clever play again by Schwabel, marked by Whitnell, who gives it back. And Vola marks just 15 metres out.
Oh, that's cheeky.
And kicks a goal.
Just plays on. That's getting a little cheeky.
So he's booted 6 goals. 2 goals came in the first quarter, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Now 2 goals in this fourth term. 117-9, 120 Carlton. Sydney 2-4-5, 47. They trail by 73 points.
A little bit of luck again going Carlton's way. Have a look at Nick Stevens. He is really struggling with that ankle now. I just don't think there's any reason to leave him on the ground. They should take him off now. He has had plenty of the football, 22 possessions, the leading possession getter on the ground. I think it would be time out for Nick Stevens if I was Dennis Pagan.
There he is, Brendan Favola. He's booted 6. His best, of course, is 12, which was against Collingwood in the Millennium game. He was an unknown. Better known now, Nick Stevens continues to win the ball. Kenner out of the centre square. Here's Favola in front of one-hander. What a grab. He's a talent. He's going for goal number 7.
Couldn't do much more than that, Andrew.
Well, it's terrific, isn't it?
Directly in front. He's just 25 metres out.
Just very, very strong. Way just keeps his eye on the football, staying on the ball. And really, really strong there. That's great work by the boy. It's going to be a fair return. 6 goals, 5 so far today.
Well, he was 4-5. We said his kicking was letting him down. He's picked up the average now to 6-5, now to 7-5. Favola.
So you've marked it down already, Kevin?
Straight down. Won't miss. He's got 7.
Beautifully done.
Lucky number 7. Brendan Favola.
Peter, that's just, I mean, that's 12 scoring shots from a key forward. It's just super effort.
And the way they've got the football down there so quickly, I think the way they're playing, if Carlton can play like this all year, and of course, if you've got a dominant midfield, it does become a little easy. And they really have been well supported. When you look at Stevens, Cambriali and Scotland, you know, they really have been very good in the middle. Cameo performances by Lappin. And of course, Hume before he went off with that shoulder injury. This young kid named Kenner is very interesting to watch. Straight off the horse, gave that up, I think. Straight into football.
I don't think he'll appreciate that, but I think if he's happy to be out there, he's had a go at 2 times before, as we mentioned. He's got the footy. Carlton are up by 79 points. We've still got 6 minutes remaining in the match. Still time for Vivola to get 10, Kevin.
Yes, he could get 10. And, of course, Kuta Fides left the game pretty early. We're not quite certain what is the problem with Kuta.
Just the 4 disposals. So he's had no effect. So plenty of talent to come there for Carlton. And that's Rogers in front of Whitnell. It's been okay, Rogers, hasn't it?
Yes, I think he's been a bit of a plus.
Yep. Switches it to Fosdo. Chip over the top. Hunt is the target. Thornton hunting him over the boundary line.
Rogers was on Melbourne's senior list for a couple of years, wasn't he?
Yep.
So he's had a bit of a taste of it. And there's Johnson with Kuta Fides there.
Originally from Sydney, so he's back in his hometown, Kevin. So he'd be happy with that. Camperelli with a rest. Will earn 2 with 17 disposals and 4 goals won.
Tony Liberatore wouldn't tell us what was wrong with Kuta. We'll have to wait and see, he said. Wait and see for what?
He was having a bit of a rest, apparently.
Sundqvist not going far. Boundary throw in on the centre wing with...
Eyes on it. Arms up.
This is a bit like
French.
the opening game last year that we did here, Matt, the opening
Brisbane
game when Sydney thrashed Carlton in the first game by about 12 goals. So they've just reversed it. So it's a 24-goal turnaround.
Yeah.
That's it, Whitey. Right on it.
It was about 77 points, wasn't it, round 1?
Play on your round, play on.
Little pass from Sundqvist over to Schneider.
Thanks, mate.
The only Sydney Swan with more than a goal.
Yep,
Got 2. Buchanan a long lead, but just the choice of that lead then, Peter. When there was 3 Carlton players and you're right on the apex of the 50-metre line, it's a real low percentage pass.
Yeah, it just really should be hanging on the ball. And, you know, there's no rush to get rid of the football at times. If you've got nothing on, just wait for something to come along, and he just didn't do that.
Micklejohn has been okay. Stevens. Spawn went without it. It's deja vu.
Thanks, Jeff.
Jared Waite takes a breather.
Crowd very happy with his performance too.
Watch out in front of the boundary, guys. Watch out in front.
And Fisher comes onto the ground. So one youngster replaces another. Boundary throw in. Thumped forward that time by Corey McGrath. Smith, youngest player on the ground for the Sydney Swans, just a teenager, 17 years of age. Buchanan has worked hard, bottom of the pack. Pinch this time. And a wild kick as he kicked a goal from Hunt, off target. And through for a behind. So the Blues keen to get the ball back straight away. Don't have to wait for the flags to be waved. There's Fisher straight onto the ground and a good grab. Took it on the stretch. From half back. Looking for Prendergast. And getting back is Teague. He'll add something to the Blues. Very strong at the ball, Teague. Keeps his eyes, strong eyes, always. Plays in front and is tough. Spawn. Just a bit of football last year as well. They've got high raps on Spawn down at Carlton. Here's Vivola. Couldn't take it at the back of the pack. Harford, quick snap. He's got a 6-pointer. Well, his first goal for the Blues, Daniel Harford, trying to resurrect his career.
It's very handy when you have a key forward to continue to try and hit, isn't it? You know, he's just gone up. The football's just floating in there. Kept his best. Just made sure the football came down in front. Just good work. And Harford, just nice left hand. Very, very casual across his body. And don't normally see Harford get too many of these. He's normally a straight line footballer. But it's going to be very handy for the Carlton Football Club if the injuries stay away.
20 goals now to Carlton. That's a terrific effort given the reduced time for Wizard Cup quarters. That's a free kick to Whitten. No? A free kick against Whitten. Rogers. Undecided. Now forced to kick. Gets an option from Shawball.
Thanks, Brendan. Please.
Who'll just chip it up the wing and miss his target. Lappin read it well.
That side, it's been a very good attacking performance by Carlton. I'm just very happy the way they've gone found on their defensive plan. They've really got back early. Made it very hard for Sydney every time they go forward.
Kenner. Gives back to Stevens. They go forward through Scotland. One-on-one contest. Fisher couldn't get there. And free kick.
Advantage if he wants.
Advantage if he wants. Clark, 40 metres out. Another one.
Just slung down.
Advantage was paid to David Clark. He's happy. We've just seen Daniel Harford get his first goal for the Blues. David Clark, coming across from Geelong, has done likewise.
Oh, it's lovely to see all the boys getting involved. It's turned into a bit of a party and a cakewalk. Very nice to start the season like this. When you come to a new club and it's a nice, easy victory, it's you know, you just walk away with a bit of confidence, and they can pick some momentum from here, Carlton. They wouldn't want to go. This club just would not want to go on the scratch match circle. I can tell you, it really wouldn't be. They just need to have something to run on with.
Well,
they need the confidence.
5 of the players they've recruited have kicked goals today. 129, 138 points, 246, 48 points. Sydney, the Blues blowing the Swans away. Kenner hammers the ball back. Favola's taken 12 marks today. Couldn't take that one. Wasn't lucky, number 13. Taken away by Smith. Finds Fosdyke. Cross half-back. Sets it up short to Ablett. Kicked a 9-pointer in the third term. Unloads a big bomb. Here comes Lewis Roberts Thompson. Just sort of lost that impact on the forward line once Barry Hall went off. Barnaby French backtracks. Conceded ground. Back to Thornton. Stands and delivers. Goes short. Finds Spawn. In front is Harford. Carlton players running past. No U-turns today for any Carlton player. Here's Favola down the ground.
Well, I think that was Clark again. He's not having a good
the free kick.
Now, this is going to be goal
It's a
number 8.
6-point play. All right. We're good in the game. We're good in the kick away. All right. Come on, just too late, all right? Just too late.
Just too late.
Just 9 points? No, it's 6.
Bang. So Brendan Favola, he is going for goal number 8. And his 4th goal in this term. He's taken 12 marks. He's had it 16 times, and he's booted 7-5. And not one hair out of place. Favola. From 35 metres out. Casual as you like. Kicks goal number 8.
Very excited about the whole thing, he was too. That was not what you call one of the biggest celebrations after kicking a goal. It was a guy that used to play for Richmond. Played in the forward pocket a fair bit. It wouldn't matter how small or good that goal was. A lap or two of waving through the air. Kevin, would that be you?
You're starting to break up, Pete. You better check your microphone there. I think time's going to stop him from kicking 12, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it's certainly. I mean,
how much longer has he got?
Not a lot of time left, unfortunately, KB. But I think all Carlton fans, Dennis Pagan, as usual, will be happy with Brendan Favola. 8 goals, 5. Righto, still play on. Goods. This is Bowyer. Went without it. Came back to lay the tackle on Bolton.
It's hard to get coaches to be happy. Remember that great time when Alan Joyce won the, I think it was a preliminary final or something like that, and they said, what do you think? He said, just glad to get the 4 points. There was no 4 points into the grand final, son. Glad to get the 4 points.
Just taking it one cliche at a time. Bolton. You heard the umpire, touched off the boot. Hunt went to ground, lost his feet. One for the tape for the coaches to show him during the week. Clark, McGrath. Clark provides the shepherd. McGrath long, Whitnell. Good take. Front and square was Harford. I thought Whitnell had enough of it, but not to be. Stevens walks around Rogers, drives into Favola country. He's at the back. The spoil came from Shawwell. Here's Favola once again. Maxfield hasn't found the boundary just yet. What can he do? He gives it back to Kenner. Kenner spots someone in the middle. It's Harford. Oh, Ablett almost there. Play on. They both had it. Harford for his second. It's another goal to the Blues. All clear.
That was great play by Brendan Favola.
It certainly was, KB. But if you go back right, it just came from all their recruits. It came down to the half-back line. Clark involved again. Just getting this. Every time you see the Carlton side making a run, all their new recruits.
Yes, it was everyone involved there, wasn't it?
McGrath got involved. Clark got involved. Unbelievable. There you go.
Kenner.
Good mark, that.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Only one of the existing players actually got involved in that. That everyone else was a new boy to the club.
And the margin, Kevin, is 102
points.
They've cracked the tongue.
Well, Favola chased hard with Maxfield, won the ball, gave it back to Kenner. I mean, you can take marks and kick goals, but I think Dennis Pagan would be just as happy to see Favola do that. As the siren sounds, it's a big win by Carlton. First round in the Wizard Cup, 122-9, 150 to 246-48. They've won by 102 points, and that man on screen, Brendan Favola, today has booted 8 goals for.
Comprehensive victory by the Blues. In fact, leading by 54 points at three-quarter time, have blown the Swans away in that final term to the tune of now 102, as Kevin mentioned. Wonderful performance. The match stats, Peter, they've been on top, although Sydney still on top in the clearances.
Nothing absolutely astounding by any of this, but 167 kicks to 142 just shows the dominance they did have. Handballs 89-72, marks 65 to Carlton, 62 to Sydney. Inside 50s, that's where it's won and lost, 51-36.
Well, it's been a game at Amy Stadium between St Kilda and Adelaide. We've got time to check in on that score. It's half-time at Amy. If you don't want to know the score, if you want to watch the replay shortly, you can look away now. Make sure you catch that replay afterwards. Barry Hall, well, he's got a bit of work to do on that nose. But Sydney, well, they came here not expecting to win, but probably not expecting to lose by 102 points. Carlton will go on to play Geelong in round 2. It's been a good performance first up for them. On behalf of Peter Wilson, Kevin Bartlett, Troy Luff down the boundary, all the talented team here at Fox Footy. My name's Matthew Campbell. It's been a pleasure to have you here this afternoon. It's good afternoon from Telstra Stadium.